In today's video, the drawbacks of rapid fat loss.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? Today's video is a little bit different. It comes to you courtesy of this ring light here that I'm borrowing from Coach Steven of Team Pro Physique. Steven purchased this ring light and I've been considering getting one myself so that I can do some videos at different times. And it just so turns out that today is rather a crappy weather day here in Florida. So I'm giving this a test and I keep checking over here. It looks pretty good. I like the light. I find that I have to stand pretty close to get the benefits of it. So yeah, we're getting a little close and personal today. And we're gonna talk a little bit about rapid fat loss. So give me feedback on what you think of the ring light or if I'm standing too close. So the reason I wanted to talk about rapid fat loss is we're at that time of year where people are getting interested in the process of losing body fat. And even myself, as I've started this fat loss phase and I have some goals, you want the scale to move rather quickly. There's nothing fun about seeing slow progress on the scale unless you actually understand how fat loss works. You see, when we see these dramatic, and I mean multiple 4, 5, 10 pounds a week or more changes to the physique, what's on the scale, you are not losing body fat at that rate, right? Body fat is burned, right? It's oxidized. The body goes through a chemical process of using it as fuel and it's breathed out. That means it's very limiting. There's a limiting factor of how fast you can lose body fat. Now, obviously, the more body fat you have, the quicker that can happen. And of course, it is beneficial to see some quick changes on the scale, mostly for psychological effect, for the feeling of things are getting done, but most of that weight is going to be related to hydration, digestion, all of the other things that go along with it. If you restrict carbohydrates drastically, well, yes, you're going to get quite a drop in weight because the hydration that glycogen causes in our cells is now gone. So yes, there will be a drop on the scale, but true fat loss, body fat, needs to be done at a slow and steady pace. And the reason why I want to talk about it today, I had an amazing transformation story just get shared by one of my clients, Stephanie, and it just seemed like a good time based on the fact that she lost 15 pounds over about 5 months. And for most people, that seems annoyingly tedious, but for someone like Stephanie, who was postpartum, she had had a baby, she had an awesome physique previously, and so I know that she actually added some lean body mass. And even though we were only seeing changes of roughly a pound per week, she also never complained about hunger, never complained about the cardio, enjoyed the process. We were able to take a diet break, allow her some freedom with her numbers. And because we were never in a rush, she got through the fat loss and got to where she's at now. And she's very happy with the result. And so I thought it was a good time to discuss what that could look like for you. Now, I have clients that have over 100 pounds to lose, and I have clients that have less than 10 pounds to lose. Both situations are very different. Now, for someone that has over 100 pounds to lose or more, oftentimes weight loss for them can be a medical need, okay? And there can be a reason for us to focus on weight loss rather than just pure body fat. But for myself as a coach, I do not consider myself an expert in the matters of the obese client. Those are medical and health conditions that they're outside my range of expertise. I'm more concerned with the people that are willing to take on the process of losing body fat the right way. And the reason being, I don't want there to be a rapid return of body fat or a change to the physique or to the body that's going to put them back to where they were. And a lot of these rapid fat loss diets, the real thing that's changing is a short-term lifestyle. So they're either undergoing extreme amounts of exercise, extreme diets, very low calorie, which is clinically considered anything under 500 calories. Those type of things are not sustainable. When you look at something like The Biggest Loser, the television show, those people have extreme weight loss, and it's because they go to this camp and they're basically put under these workloads and these diets that once they return home, they're just not sustainable. And I've seen some staggering statistics on the people that have actually been on that show and how it's not gone well for them post-show. And why is that? Well, because they can't live on that television show. Whereas the population that I work with, when I can get them to start looking at food differently, start increasing the level of knowledge that they have of what's in food, what a plate of food looks like. You know, I'm a practitioner of flexible dieting, which is basically macronutrient counting, but even more than that, it's counting the food that you eat as trackable. So you learn a system of understanding what's in the food that you're eating. It requires a little bit of work, and for some people that's unattractive. But if that's the type of person that's interested in working with me, I don't want to work with them. If they're not willing to put in a little bit of work for this long-term result, then that's fine. There's other options out there for them. The reason I feel like I've been so successful is I attract a certain type of client that's maybe tried a few approaches and maybe understands that, you know what, this is the right answer. So rapid fat loss is not something I'll probably ever be interested in. We do see some rapid changes to body fat early on in a diet, but that's generally just because maybe they went off the rails prior to it starting, or just changing a lifestyle can have a dramatic impact, especially if you're pretty far away from what would be considered your body fat's happy set point. It can return to baseline rather quickly. So we can see some changes quickly, but the real benefit of not taking a rapid approach is that over the course of reaching your goal, you're changing your lifestyle, okay? We're not worried about having a 12-week approach to a diet or training or cardio that once that 12 weeks is over, you're gonna go back to what you were doing, because we've actually changed your habits. How long does it take to change a habit? Some say it's a couple weeks, maybe it's a little bit longer. But if the habit that you have now has got you where you are, well, certainly changing those habits is going to put you in better position to sustain them. And that's what we're looking for. A weight loss or a fat loss diet is not successful if you're not left with the tools to help keep you there. And that might be something that you have to do for the rest of your life. But understanding how to do that, well, that's really what coaching is all about. I don't expect people to work with me or any coach for the rest of their lives. I've been blessed to have some clients for 4 or 5 years or longer now, but I don't expect that. What I like to do is get someone, teach them a system, help them understand how to get it done the right way and make it sustainable, so that weeks, months, years, decades after working with me, they're able to take those lessons with them and continue their success. Well, that's going to be it for me today. This is the ring light. Look at that bright light on my hands. This is the ring light experiment, so hopefully you guys like it. Comment below if you do or don't. I'm also not being too animated because I can't really go over here. Ring light's kind of got me locked into this little circle here. And I'm also not yelling too loud because I'm in my office and it echoes. Not so bad though. It's actually getting better, but once I put some shelving in here and some other stuff, the office will be better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.